I went to the doctors, and while he was examining my knees, I said to him, by the way, I've also noticed some other things happening in my body that I know are not right. And I proceeded to explain to him all the things that have been occurring, the severe fatigue, the fainting spell that I had. The fact that I was very clumsy was the other thing that I didn't even pay much attention to, because I've been a bit of a klutz most of my life. And so I was dropping things, but I didn't think anything of it. I just thought I was going through one of my phases, so to speak. I brought all of this to his attention, and he stopped the examination immediately and started to run me through a series of tests to check to see if in fact I was having a stroke. Something I would never ever in fact to do was to send me to a neurologist. That was part of the practice, which I went to see immediately, and he said, we don't know if this is a stroke or not. We think it could be a brain tumor. So I went through evaluation with him. It turned out in fact to be a minor stroke, not a major stroke, luckily for me. My symptoms, for all practical purposes, are very minor at this stage in my life. I am now 61 years old, so it happened 20 years ago. The only thing I have difficulty with sometimes is fine motor movement with my hands. And when I say fine motor movement, I'm talking about the one thing the doctor told me to do if I was really concerned about that was to start picking up pieces of grains of rice. I don't know anybody who does that to improve their motor skills, but nonetheless, this was a recommendation that I could, to help that. He also explained to me that your brain will develop different neural pathways from the area that's been damaged, which was very good news for me, being only 41 years old when all of this occurred. It came completely out of the blue. There wasn't any forewarning. The only thing that was in my favor was the fact that I'm very in tune with my own body, and I knew when I started fainting and when I started, my speech started to slur, that there was a serious problem, and I brought it to the attention of the appropriate people. I was not a candidate for the situation back then of, we found the stroke, we could give her medication within 2 hours of it occurring, because they really don't know exactly when it happened. But like I said, the good news is it was a minor stroke.